Have you recently finished the story for Star Wars Jedi Survivor only to realize that your lightsaber setup is completely dripless?
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the...
I mean, honestly, you'd be lucky if enemies didn't start laughing the second you lit that thing up. But don't you worry, because I'm here today to show you my top 3 lightsabers and where to find each component so your enemies drop dead at the sheer sight of your godlike setup. Before we start, I'd like to mention that I'm not presenting these in any particular order, however, I will be saving my own personal favorite for last, so keep that in mind. Starting off with the easiest saber to acquire, the Hunter Saber. The reason why this is the easiest is because you get every single component from one single chest. I wish every single one of them was like that. So for this saber, you're going to want to head over to Dredger's Gorge located on Kobo. To make your journey quicker, you can also fast travel to the Relict Dam meditation point and start from there. Once you've spawned in, you're going to see a giant creature minding his own business. Simply head straight until you're directly underneath him and use your force ability to make him lower his head. You'll notice that one of his tentacle things has vines all over it, which makes it perfect to grab onto. Once you've made it to the other side, the path is pretty straightforward. Now, there will be an enemy at one point, so if you'd like to fight him, you definitely can. However, I just ran past him. At the top of where the enemy was, you'll see a creature you can use to glide down to the lower rock formation straight ahead. Once you land, the chest will be right in front of you. Moving on to the second saber, Harmony. So for this saber, its parts will be spread out between 2 planets. Well, to be more specific, 2 parts on one planet and 2 parts on a moon. With all that being said, let's start with Shattered Moon. Once you land, head over to the first meditation point because we're going to be using it to fast travel to where we're actually trying to go, the Automated Forge. Once you spawn, head straight into the forge and take the first right you see. There should be 2 platforms there leading you to the first chest, but be careful because they do spit fire. After you've gotten the grip, head back from where you just came and take a right to continue down the hallway. Basically continue at the end of the hallway, take a right, and then a sharp left to receive the Harmony emitter. Now once you've gotten both of those parts, it's time to head back to Kobo in order to retrieve the final 2. Once on Kobo, find any meditation spot and use it to fast travel to the Alignment Control Center. Once you spawn, do a 180 towards the lift behind you. When you reach the top, if you already have the Force Dash ability, you can simply drop down, Force Dash forward, and the chest will be just on that little platform. Now as you can see, I already had this part, but for those who don't yet, the chest will contain the pommel. Also, if you don't have the Force Dash ability yet, you can simply use the alternate route I'm using right now to get back up. Last but not least, you're going to want to fast travel to the Devastated Settlement meditation point in order to get the switch. When you spawn in, look to your left and grapple on top of the rocks until you get to the top. Once you're at the top, just jump across to the other side. Keep going right until you see one of the gliding creatures and use it to get to one of the platforms over the lava. Also, watch out for the enemies waiting for you on said platform. They aren't difficult to defeat, but accidents do happen. Moving on to the last and my personal favorite lightsaber, the Edgehawk. All of the Edgehawk components can be found on Kobo, and on top of that, 3 of the 4 pieces are all grouped up in the same exact place. What you're going to want to do is head over to this location on your map, which shouldn't be too hard to find since it's pretty close to the Mantis. Once you're there, you'll notice a hatch. Simply use your force ability to open it and jump in. Once inside, you'll notice ropes you're able to cut, go in that direction, and then take a right, and then another right in order to get the switch. Once you've got that switch, take a left to continue straight until you reach a bigger area. Continue going up until you see the second chest on a platform across a small gap. Finally, the third chest is in an area behind a breakable wall you can destroy with a force push. Keep going until you see the third chest onto your left. Now the last component, the pommel, can be found literally just on top of a platform right above the mantis. Again, simply use your force ability and there you go. You've completed the Edgehawk set. If any of you would like me to make a part 2 to this video, let me know in the comments section down below and I'll get to work on it. Don't forget to share your favorite saber builds in the comments, and finally I'd like to thank WoWQuests on YouTube and Vulk.com for all the locations for the saber components. I'll leave a link to both of these people down below in the description if anyone's interested in checking them out. Thanks for watching.